Welcome to the last video in the North of the North Island series. Actually, that's a lie. This isn't quite the last video. I'm planning on doing a bit of a what some of the other YouTubers call a visual vibes kind of thing that kind of sums up the entire trip, but that will come a little bit in the future. Not too far in the future, like a couple of weeks. But this is the last kind of video of the road trip. But there was a couple of things that happened on the last few days which meant that I didn't really pick up my camera. The last few days, it was like the last week. But what happened was that pretty much the night after we arrived back in Paihia from Cape Reinga, a massive storm, a cyclone came in over the country. We knew that it was coming, and it had been coming for a little while. These things don't just suddenly spring up most of the time. So it kind of ruined our plans on what we were going to do in Paihia. The plan was that the day after going to Cape Reinga, we were going to try and go like snorkeling or scuba diving, or you know, go out and explore the Bay of Islands a little bit and maybe see some dolphins and that kind of stuff. But the weather was so bad that there was no chance that was going to happen. On top of that, I also got a cold. I know, a cold, but I'm not really surprised because pre-trip work had been quite busy and we're doing a lot of hours before Christmas, which is what happens in restaurants before Christmas. And then immediately afterwards I was like on this massive trip, which totally not complaining about. I'm just saying that if I hadn't got a cold, I would have been really surprised. Our entire kind of plans changed. We ended up going to Kirikiri because it was raining. We went into a chocolate factory and we had a look around some souvenir shops. And we also went to go see Pitch Perfect 3 in the cinemas, because what else do you do when there's a cyclone coming in and you can't do anything else? Is you definitely go to the cinema. So that's what happened for this. So yeah, I literally that entire day did not pick up my camera at all. I had it with me, I just didn't pick it up. The weather didn't make it worth it, and I just had a cold and I just didn't feel like it. So, you know, lame excuses. So I will have to go north again at some point to go and do all of those things and be able to capture them for everybody. After that we drove down to Auckland, and on the first day we had the afternoon, so after we were staying at my auntie's house, so after we were there, we got there, dropped everything off, we got the bus into Auckland and walked around the city and went up to Ponsonby and had food. The next day Tegan, Mohammed and Dylan got the ferry to Waiheke Island. They went to go do a wine tour. So if you don't already know this about me, I don't drink. I would love to go to Waiheke Island, but we contacted the people doing the tour and they said it was still going to cost the same even if somebody didn't, you know, drink any of the wine, and to me that just wasn't really worth it. They went off to Waiheke Island, but I met up with Candace and Eden in the city and we wandered around. We went to go see Coco. We saw a movie, Coco, and we just wandered around the city. I bought a new pair of Converse, the white ones, which I'm so happy about. And then by the Sky Tower is this like bungee swing, which is kind of more like a slingshot. I would call it closer to a slingshot. And Tegan, Mohammed and Dylan decided that they would do it, and I'm not gonna lie, I could probably be convinced to do it, just not when I've got a blocked nose and the cold and no energy. And so they did it. It's called the Sky Screamer. After that we went up the Sky Tower, which when you're in Auckland is definitely something you always kind of have to do. It's cool. We were hoping, like, I really want to do the Sky Walk, which is where you go outside of the like Sky Tower and you walk around the edge. I'd like to do that, and the others were tossing up the idea of doing the bungee jump off the Sky Tower, but we decided against it, so we just left that and we just enjoyed the views of the Sky Tower. Some child was sick in the elevator. Yummy. After that we did an escape room at Escape Masters in Auckland, and we did a competition room. So that's when you have two rooms that are identical and obviously two teams. So we had Team Kiwi against Team America, and Team Kiwi won, but I will say this, that the room that Team America were in had a little bit of a technical fault, and so that kind of wasn't fair. That was a lot of fun. Escape rooms are always a lot of fun and definitely want to do more of them. After that we went down to a restaurant called Soul Bar and Bistro and had dinner, which we met up with my auntie and she had some drinks with us, and we had dinner there, which was really good. It was delicious. Nice food. Highly recommended. The next day Tegan, Dylan and I dropped Mohammed off at the Auckland airport. He was flying back to San Francisco. Again, didn't film the goodbye scene. It's like one of the most key points of this entire travel thing is the goodbye. I didn't even film the hello scenes either. Slack. But we said bye to him and let him go off on his way back to San Francisco, back to the States. And the three of us came back down to Tauranga, where we spent the next few days at my aunt's beach house at the Mount, which was pretty cool. We spent basically the entire time at the beach, as you do. We also watched Lord of the Rings. We did a lot of reading, we spent time at the beach and just kind of chilled. Dylan discovered bodyboarding and discovered that it was very much fun. He also had to go on the surfboard, which was pretty cool. My brother helped him with that. He's a better teacher than I am. Also, I can't surf, so absolutely a better teacher. And then Dad and I dropped Dylan and Tegan off in Tauranga and they caught the bus back up to Auckland. So once again, I didn't do the goodbye thing. Anyway, they headed back off to Seattle. That is basically the entire trip of the North of the North Island series. This was such a cool trip, and I have always had this massive plan to do a really big epic road trip around New Zealand, and this was literally part one of that road trip. At this point it's going to be broken up into several parts. Obviously we still need to do the southern part of the North Island and then the entire South Island. So yeah, and I know for a fact that within the next year I'm going to be heading down south, down to Christchurch, and I'm going to hopefully explore the South Island a little bit so we can keep an eye out for some more New Zealand adventures. Obviously I'm also in New Zealand, so there definitely will be more New Zealand adventures coming up. But yeah, this was a really awesome trip. I'm so glad that they could come over and that they had a good time and that everybody enjoyed everything, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching all of their videos that relate to it and seeing the pictures. That's all I have to say. I'm sorry that this video was so kind of like a nothing video, but it happens, okay? It happens. I'm still learning. But yeah, I've got a whole bunch of videos coming up for you guys. I am uploading every week, which is great, so definitely stay tuned for that. I will pop all of the links to everywhere that we went in this part of the video in the description down below, as I've done with all of the other videos. I want to thank you for watching this series and I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know if there's any places that you want me to explore in New Zealand or anywhere that you want me to go back to and explore some more. I am definitely 100% and absolutely down to do some adventures. Yeah, I hope you guys liked this video and I hope you liked the series. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe down below and ring the bell so that you get notifications every week when I upload a new video. And leave your comments down below, links in the description, so go check out those on social media and all of that kind of stuff. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. But until then, remember to explore all you see, laugh out loud, live your dreams. that's it. That's the entire thing. Okay. Bye!